Alchemical leadership is for a human being who is already a seeker, right? And has tried different modalities or done self-learning or is aware of their own developmental process, but wants to go deeper.
Nowadays, most programs will try to consider more aspects than just directly one's role at work, or kind of would try to think about the emotional or kind of human side of things. But I think here it just went way deeper than that, and it went into really into one's real essence, and deeper than I think most of us kind of ever go. I mean, certainly by yourself.
I have never found anything quite like alchemical leadership, and I think the depth and the shifts that have been occurring for me positively, in a sense of both outward expression, but also just in terms of like peace and connection and love with my family, and with really, I think a sense of appreciation and calmness that's come as I think provided access to really realizing the potential that I see for myself, and that's just completely thrilling. I mean, I've been on a journey to find something like this, but I had no idea it would be this incredible.
I have never ever been mirrored the way that I have been by Michael and Larissa. I've never ever done that before. I've had coaches that have been absolutely incredible in telling me what I've said in a different way, which is a form of mirroring, but it's not the type of tool that actually gives you the value of, oh my God, like you just spoke like I did. Like you just said what's in my heart.
I feel that if everybody went through alchemical leadership, we'd be living in a radically different society, one that is based on connection and play.
We are redefining our relationship to the planet and each other. And that's a monumental task as individuals if we are going to be able to survive, let alone thrive in that kind of an era. These are some of the most important, if not the most important tools we can have.
This program, when you go through this program, there are little seeds that the program shares, that Larissa shares, that other cohort members share, but then also seeds that come from within you. And being able to locate those seeds and to say, I need to let some things go in my life right now. I need to let those ways that I interact with my team go right now so that they can become the soil that this seed grows in. Because if I let all of those things take up all that sunlight and all that oxygen and all those resources, it doesn't matter how much I put, how well of a ground that I plant the seed in, it won't take root, it won't thrive. And that's the work of this program, is being able to take those seeds about what the new future could look like and making the room for them to take root and grow.
Big metrics, big things out there, like, you know, the billboards, all really good to focus on. What's it going to look like at the end? But the only way you get to all those things is by taking one step, putting one foot in front of the other every single day. And to do that, it starts with what is inside of you. So to have a program that balances those things is really important, and it's unlike any other leadership program that I've ever been involved in.
We were invited to delve into different parts of ourselves, somatically, emotionally, sensing, leadership, awareness. All of it was in play and interactive. So I think it honored the interactivity of human development. That there's no lane, there's no swim lanes for human development. Like it's all woven together. And so the acknowledgement of that, the intentional weaving, the language that was used to talk about the weaving is very real as a human experience.
Larissa and Michael were able to foster this environment where you can be big and not come from your ego. And I think because of that, you were able to create a culture where people were safe to be as big as they needed to be or wanted to be or wished to be, and as quiet as they needed to be. It kind of fostered this sense of the collective healing and the collective program that we're going through. And it also fostered the individual ability to recognize one's power.
I was extremely impressed with what I would just call the impeccability of the structures and the process. Every step had very thoughtful questioning and documentation and guidance. So as a participant, like I felt like I was like, wow, this is A+ level quality, and I was guided. Like there was, it was often like more than I could even digest and take on in a great way. It was like just feast on the just deliberate intention that was provided in the sort of multiple chapters of the process.
To be able to scale intimacy so quickly, to get a group of people together who you can call it family, you can call it tribe, you can call it cohort, whatever words speak to you, to know that you're going to get into something and feel it so quick and have a group of people that you can call upon is just powerful. And I can probably count on like two hands the amount of experiences where you're like, wow, based on what we just went through, these are people for life now. These are people I can call upon.
I wasn't aware before coming to the program that there were real life witches and wizards that would be attending. And it was kind of funny because I felt like maybe I should go back to the fine print and see if it was written anywhere there.
In a really funny way, you've ruined people for me, because my caliber of people is now just very high. So it looks like some folks might not make the cut.
I have this writing behind me, which is like, I mustn't be afraid to dream bigger. And I knew that, but I wasn't. Or I didn't allow myself to do that in the real world. And now I am. I speak my truth. I fully speak my truth. Even if I talk to executives, like I don't hold back. I trust that I have the right answers as much as anybody else.
This program truly is priceless. It's invaluable. I really feel like of all the things that I've invested in my life, this has been like with absolute 100% certainty the most worthwhile, like life-changing investment that I ever could make.
Many organizations right now are trying to look at the outer work about how do they organize differently, how they recruit differently, how they pursue different markets differently. But without the inner work of what needs to change inside, what seeds need to be planted inside so those things can manifest in an authentic way that come from an internally resourced place, where you're not chasing what someone else is saying, but you're actually leading from an inner light that you have clarity on. Like, that's the alchemy. That takes the whisper, the voice that you hear, and you're just like, something doesn't feel right. I feel like I should be going in this direction, and turns that whisper into a clear light, a clear sound, a clear vibration that you know how to take intentional steps day after day after day towards. Because if you don't do that work, if you don't do that alchemy, it's just going to keep being a whisper. And decades later, you'll look back and say, I'm still hearing that whisper. Wonder if I should have done something about it.